short hiatus for laptop shopping and bees, birds and bees, but not like that. So we're back. You all had met up with G, who turned out to be the famous General Gear. You all had sent off the residents of Crestwood to some other town nearby to kind of get them out of immediate danger. You saw a giant cloud of darkness start billowing up in the distance, and you decided to head for Fort Cadatus, both because you suspect that General Wilhelm is in that direction, but also because once you explained sort of the overarching plot, General Gear realized that there is a seal underneath Fort Cadatus, which you imagine is related to all of this terrible shadowiness happening. Some kind of resonant white energy washed over you all as Alex complained about lack of assistance from the gods, and you all are fully healed. Gear has used some kind of travel ability on you, and you all are, I believe, just heading straight down the road towards Fort Cadatus, right?
We're going to go off-road, but not stealthily. Just
Okay. All right. In that case, someone make a survival check with advantage to figure out if you're heading the right direction.
You tell him, Sasha.
Yeah, Sash.
and Sasha rolls a 20. Oh, no.
So you do have advantage, so roll again.
Wow. Oh.
Oh. All right. So Alex kind of charts a path relying on memory of the area. He's not been around here as much lately, but he's got a pretty sure idea of where you're going. Someone else make a perception check with advantage.
Wrong direction. An idiot. Alex, you have Doom Dissolve.
All right. Brick, you realize that on the road ahead of you, y'all are probably an hour or so away from town now. There's a large soldiers move this side road that you all have taken. It's not like a whole platoon, but it's probably 20 to 30 soldiers. What do you want to do?
Well, barrel mid. I don't know.
Based on the train, is there like a hill we can just like hide behind?
So you want to try and bypass them stealthily?
Yeah, it's 20 soldiers. I don't want to fight 20 soldiers.
All right. In that case, everyone roll a stealth check, including the wolves.
I like that. That's not the worst.
So go ahead and roll for the wolves, too.
I'm working on it. I just rolled one wolf twice because I figured,
All right. You all managed to successfully sneak past this column. It involves some very awkward maneuvering through a big field of unharvested crops. They're kind of overgrown almost. Whoever was supposed to tend this field is gone for some reason. And you're able to sort of get around them without too much difficulty. You kind of hear them in the distance, but they don't have like scouts through the field. So go ahead and make another survival with advantage.
how's my survival better than Brick's? 10.
One more roll. Oh, you realize that you were kind of taking a slightly like long way. You weren't quite heading in the wrong direction, but in trying to avoid the main road, you found out that was really wide. So you figure out, okay, if we cut across this field, we go over and we catch this other side, more direct route that still isn't the main road. All right, go ahead and make another check.
The survival.
Yep. All right. You're feeling more confident now.
Oh, I didn't mean to roll 3 times.
That's all right. First one got you. You're feeling a little bit more confident now. You're getting pretty close. It's getting a little bit trickier because part of the sort of security of Fort Cadatis that the land around it is kept relatively clear all the way out for almost a whole mile. There's a long line of sight around the fort. So now you're starting to get a little trickier. The road converge back onto that main road. Make one more survival check. All right. You're pretty much there now. Fort Cadatis is getting pretty close. Part of the way you know that you're drawing close is there's the soil around here is just slightly different than ours, and the fort is actually named for this heavy purple grain that grows in the fields around here. So you see the fields kind of from like lighter, like light brown kind of grains. You find these sort of heavy, almost sort of, they're not quite drooping, but they're clearly like heavy. And you can see these high stone walls rising up in the distance. Here's where it gets tricky. You are out a side road. The main road ahead of you is the only way to... It's not the only way, but once you sort of pass out into the... out of the edge of this field, you're in full clear line of sight. So what do you want to do?
Stick it out and study the troop movements.
Sure. Make a perception check.
Doesn't Brick get advantage with wolves?
Sure, they can give you a help action.
He didn't need it.
You can see that there are still a lot of troops massed in this area. That dark cloud hanging over this area has gotten really thick. And so it's almost like... Think like late evening on a day where it's about to thunderstorm. Like, there's still light, but it's pretty dim out here. You can see that there are actually a lot of troops still sort of moving down the main road. And you can see some patrols that are kind of moving along the perimeter outward.
Now, here's a question. How in the world do you besiege a fort with 3 people?
That seems like something for us to discover. And
I would say if I cast we fly over things, would they notice us? It's likely.
they will do this.
Or would that be?
It's
I'm pretty sure we'd be noticed.
make an intelligence check. Somebody.
Which one?
Any of you.
Here, oh wait. How do you do intelligence checks?
It's like on the stat itself.
Oh, okay, right.
So, kind of think about this, and 2 factors come to mind. The visibility is lower, and so if you're able to get up high, the troops on the ground, there's a decent chance they wouldn't be you. The flip side is, You have encountered griffin riders on your way here. So you do know that there is some aerial cavalry. So it's kind of 50-50.
So it would be much better as the ground.
What time of day is it right now?
Several hours. It is now probably late evening. Like, it's not quite like full night yet. There should theoretically still be some sunlight, but there isn't.
Like
Honestly,
what?
I'm not how the cloud cover is. Like, I don't know if you could go into the clouds.
It's not clear.
Hmm.
This has my brain stumped.
Yeah.
We got a. No, we can't get that done. Plus, if we got a horse and a wagon, we just launch those at the front gates and with the horse kind of distract everyone.
Launch them?
Like, make it run towards the front gates.
We don't have that.
Yeah, we don't.
What if... What if we... Help. Let's go for the fly.
You can still summon Hedrick.
He's like... I literally haven't taught him where I use them. Yeah, you know what, Oscar? Let's go with your plan. Let's fly over.
Can Asmir even cast enough fly?
Cast it. I can use a 5th level slot twice, and I
It's
should be
a
able.
concentration spell.
Oh,
so you can only
right.
maintain one at a time.
Okay.
So that would give you 3.
Yeah. Choose 3. Yeah, people to.
Gear says, I can put myself up there. You all want to go?
But the dogs would not be able to do this.
They go in pup form. You just hold them.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? It's like their whole gimmick. You can put them in pop form for situations like this.
Would that work?
Yeah, they'd be fairly light if you did that.
They wouldn't, fight in midair or anything, but yeah.
No, you all.
Afraid.
Yeah, I say let's go with the fly route. Put the wolves in pop form, and then we just fly over.
All right. So you all, as cast this spell, and you all are surrounded by this sort of warm, flickering flame that have this sort of effervescent feeling. You feel like they're literally lifting you up off the ground. You see Gear glade for a second and focuses, and then whoosh, 2 giant brown-gray wings just flare up out of his back, seemingly constructed from thin air, and he flaps them and is sort of hovering off the ground. Brick tucks the 2 wolves in pup form. You sort of adjust the collar, and and you're able to sort of tuck one under each arm. So make a stealth check to see how well you all sort of can get up in the air.
Right.
Whoa! I rolled a 6. Not our best.
That plate armor makes it difficult to be stealthy.
Make a perception.
We got spotted.
They probably have magical sense or whatever to. Oh dear.
It's like the second time I've ever rolled a crit.
All right. So, Alex, as you head up, you're with your heavy armor and just sort of your love of having solid ground underneath you. You are a little unsteady, not particularly quiet, but you are like looking very closely. Two things. One, as you get higher, you can actually like see there's a shape to this darkness. There's the cloud up above you. The cloud is being fed by these columns of darkness that are like spiraling up out of the ground. And actually, like now that you can kind of get an upper look, the space within the columns is darker than the air around it. You can't see through them. But you're paying very close attention, and just at the edge of one of the columns, you see like the tip of the wing stretch outside the column for just a moment and then disappear again.
What kind of wing?
You're really far away and it's super dark. You wouldn't even have seen it if you hadn't gotten a natural 20.
The dragon pipe.
Danger.
I'm going to drop y'all on a new map.
Harry.
Grab your tokens. So this is sort of the wide lane heading up to the fort. The road is sort of off to your left a ways. The wolves are in form. They're real tiny. Gear is sort of floating with you all.
Magical gear.
Here's no
He
key.
does have a token. So y'all are kind of floating together there, and you see these big dark columns of shadow out ahead of you. What do you want to do?
Use the columns as cover and fly to on top of the fort, and then gracefully land inside the fort.
All right.
Because there's no other point. We're so far. We must attack. And men, they either die trying or lose.
So both
you
options
see-
are dying, though. Just to make that
Yeah,
clear.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I don't plan on electing from this one. Like, we're going
All
into
right.
a fort with 4 people and 2 wolves. Like, we are.
That's not news with you right now.
Alright,
Which
we're gonna-
which
we're gonna-
column do you want to head towards first?
What direction is the fort from here?
The fort is like directly to the north of this map. You're actually heading east. So this map is sort of tilted 190-degree rotation.
Okay. But yeah, if we head straight up, then that's the fort.
Gotta double check my spelling for the made up words. There we go. Head into the map. Fort Cadatus is this way. You all are on the opposite side. All right, which column do you want to head towards?
Like, we don't want to fly into any of them. Like, just kind of skirt around them.
The little one, like, I'm about to zoom out. I'm going for. Which column did I see the week that I know? From that 20? That column. So, I'm going to go skirt around this column to the right.
Like, yeah, this direction.
All right. I'll move y'all to about here. And because we are now in sort of a tense situation, I'm going to go ahead and have you all roll initiative.
Good. Bring it.
I love initiative.
My rolls are not fit on at all.
All right. You all get to about there, and you almost hear something.
Teacher's mother.
Yeah, something comes swooping up out of the column and flies straight towards Brick.
Oh gosh.
Like a small dragon, but it looks like it's been made out of shadow. And Brick and Gear and Alex are all going to need to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh god.
First one on this guy.
You have a plus. Frick, I'm going out of the sky.
Let me check something on Gear.
Oh no. I think I'm dying to fall damage.
+2 to your saving throw because of this aura that's around Gear.
Oh, awesome.
But it's not enough. So, Brick, you see it coming, and you just sort of pull like a roll in the air. Gear and Alex are caught off guard.
Figures.
And... Whoops. I hit the wrong thing.
Give me something juicy.
Whew. Brick takes 16 acid damage, and Alex take 32.
Oh my gosh. It's a vicious baby dragon.
I wonder if I can drop Gear in the campaign. His health will show up on our overlay. Yep.
Hey.
Awesome. When you get in a hurry.
Oh, God.
There we go. I don't know if that'll actually make him pop up or not, but we'll see what happens. All right, y'all take a good hit. We're going to formally go in order now. And we'll plug in those initiatives. Alex was 5. Asmir's 4. Brick got a whopping 15. The wolves are not going to be in it unless something's disastrously wrong. And Gear gets to roll with advantage initiative. What? Hmm. 8.
Wow. Alright, 20 left. Watch this creature go like 16 so I can just do another one of those attacks and just wipe us all. Doesn't each column have one of these?
No.
Yeah. I'm gonna be dead for reaching that fort. Hope you don't mind. Oh no! There's several of them. We're screwed.
So you see something much larger. You catch it just for a second as it moves between two columns. Something even larger than the dragon next to Brick swoops by.
Oh boy.
Followed by two smaller shapes. But it is Brick's turn. So, Brick, you do have 60 foot movement speed right now. You are carrying the two pups.
Yeah.
Also, everyone should remember that Asmir is concentrating on your flying spell.
Yeah.
You all are about 120 feet in the air.
Huh.
Just all things to think about.
Right.
All right, Brick, you're up.
This is all you heard.
All right. Well,
You have two pops. You're 120 feet in the air. Good luck.
are each pup in like both? Do I have one on one the other?
I was assuming that you kind of had one tucked under each arm. I guess you were like really awkwardly holding them. You could maybe be holding two of them.
Oh, I was just meaning like.
Although I'll say this, technically, I mean, you're a monk. Your attacks don't have to be from your hands.
You can just kick them, Harry.
You can kick, headbutt, Muay Thai knees and elbows.
Swing the puppies at them.
Is this you or
This is you.
is this me? So, well then.
Excuse me.
It's a real upcut with your kick of the foot.
We're gonna go. I was going so long. And plus, I don't have anything. So, could I spend a? Is it spend a key point to do a fear? No, I gotta do an attack. And then can I do fear of blows?
Yeah, you can do your first two attacks, and then decide if you want to do flurry of blows or not.
I'm gonna do. I guess two really nice kicking strikes.
All right, roll it.
This is not popping up.
Oh yeah, we can't roll it.
Oh, you can't roll Brick?
I can roll a lot of things, but I can't roll attacks.
That's so random. All right, I'll roll it.
Besides, does Brick want me to roll for him through me? Because good.
First one hits. Deals 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Do notice the that normal sort of splash of acid from your mimic infused hand wraps. It like splatters across this thing, but it doesn't do anything. It just like shakes it off.
It just actually heals it.
So first one hits. Second one. Whoops, nope, that was the incorrect thing. That's the damage you didn't do. Well, forget y'all's bonuses are crazy. Nope. Your second one like hits its tough scales and just doesn't cause any significant damage. As a bonus action, you can do one more attack, no key cost. As a bonus action for one key point, you can make two more attacks.
So you either in turn or you spend a key point to do two more attacks.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna do two more attacks.
All right.
So we have like All right, so we're at mark that. Where's the key points at? Is it supposed to mark those?
I think it's under features and traits. And I'll go ahead and be rolling your next 2 attacks. Well, that one missed. These are sturdy boys.
I have 9 now.
Oh, man. The second one does hit. And does... What is it doing? Okay. I guess that would be the critical damage. So you hit it for another 8 points of damage. It's got tough armor, but it doesn't actually seem to have a ton of health. You've taken it to very injured, very... All right. Do you want to move?
Yeah, I'll move in front of Asmir.
If you move out of its
that
attack
was
range...
Oh, why do I always forget that? Well, I guess we will move. Where's the mouse? There it goes. We will just kind of float around it.
All right.
There we go. Perfect.
All right. Next up is Gear's turn. Gear is not happy to be sprayed with some kind of corrosive darkness. So he turns around, just spins this glaive through the air, and in an instant, like, flashes over and takes 2 swings. Whoops. He doesn't actually have to get that close. He has reach.
Does he still get an advantage?
He does. Gets a 28 to hit. Deals 19 points of damage. Jeez. He just slashes this. And it doesn't have like a physical form that falls out of the air. When he slashes through it, just... and splits apart into nothing. So that was only 1 attack. And then, just to be safe, he is going to move sort of off to the... because he noticed that that dragon used a breath attack. And so straight lines between more than 2 or between more than 3 of you all is probably not safe. It is Alex's turn.
Great. Okay, so I'll be last, but I guess I should have told Gear maybe we should start dropping our altitude just a bit.
Yeah.
Get closer to the ground.
Yeah, I should give you all markers as well.
That way we're not 120 feet in the air.
Give you all some elevation. So Gear was at 120. He moved maybe 30 or 40 feet. So he can actually drop quite a bit. So he's going to go ahead and drop down to about 90 feet.
I guess I'm gonna use my movement. I'm gonna drop down 30 feet.
Okay.
And then I guess, I don't know, ready an attack.
All right. So you are no longer aligned with, or not easily aligned with anybody. Also have Warder's Reach stance.
Yeah. I didn't know how preparing an attack and using your bonus action work, like readying an attack.
Technically, you can do both. Each one would use your reaction, but because of the way your works, which is a special carryover feat from Pathfinder to emulate your former class, you can actually make additional opportunity attacks anyway, and you have Sentinel and Polearm Master. So if anything enters your reach, you can hit it anyway. So you don't actually prepare an action.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with, I guess, Warden Stance.
All right. All right, then that makes it Asmir's turn. And Asmir, do remember, you are keeping everyone aloft.
Right. Okay. So we don't see anything else right now, do we? Like enemy-wise.
So you saw something, move from one large column ahead of you, like further back. Saw something. You have a really good idea that there is something in this column of darkness.
Right.
Either back up and go down Asmir, because the safe.
Let's say I don't think like Asmir doesn't have any like slow fall or anything like that if he loses fly, right?
Not that I can.
Because I didn't think so. It was like once you lose it, you just fall at normal speed.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go ahead and drop to 100 feet, I guess.
All right.
Well, what's your yeah?
So you drop. Do you want to move in any other way or prepare some kind of action?
Let's see. I will ready. I guess already Scorching Ray, maybe. Yeah, that sounds good. And then kind of cautiously.
The wolves can't move. Something comes out of the clouds. Larger. Yeah. Very large, flies out of the pillar of Alex. It seems to be a creature made out and he doesn't fit on the map for no apparent reason. There we go. And you do get an attack of opportunity as it enters your space.
I'm gonna miss. 3 hit.
One. You're gonna get to make 2 attacks.
Oh, nice.
I believe 23 will hit. 3 does hit. Let's go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. What's up? 11.
Let's see, does that cover all the damage? It does. So give it a solid slash. That also sets off Asmir's prepared Scorching Ray. So roll those as well.
Maybe it's the armor class of 23 exact.
It is. First one hit.
Yeah, that's right. How many do I roll?
3. Casting it at level 2.
Okay.
Okay, good. Eight, 9.
You lose Colby?
7 points of comes out of the cloud. Fire hit it, and then the glaive comes sweeping down and slashes across it. It's still looking okay, but that was a big hit. Now it is going back. It's just been flying whooped. Make a back.
Oh god.
It's Alex of clanks off of heavy armor. It's going to make a claw attack. Man, it's rolling garbage. 4, that hits, right? It's hard to know. Slashing damage. It gets frustrated. Tries to bust a claw, nothing happens. And you see it just kind of rear back and just crash into you. But that is its turn. The next thing on the list is dead. 2 smaller forms. One flies down to Gear and is going to attack him. And one is going to fly and it's going to arc up and over. And it's going to come down on the other side of Alex. But Alex will get an attack of opportunity. And in case anyone is watching, special feat him to make a dimity when creatures enter space. Let's roll damage.
Stupid bird.
In and oh, I just realized. Oh snap! Sorry, Gear also opportunity Sentinel because he's the one who taught you. You take a big chunk out of this small, not, and Gear is going to swing the one. He rolled a natural 1. So he has a giant bonus. All right. So that dragon is going to attack Gear. I don't know why I'm trying to click on Gear like he's an NPC. It is not going to hit because Gear is burly as heck. But the other one is going to advantage. It is flanking. And it rolls double 17, which is not going to hit. Because Alex is wearing full plate. So it just sort of desperately like at your back. It is Brick's turn.
Harry, get back. It's your problem. Well, hurry up.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Alright. So, swoop over, like, we drop down the 30 feet and keep the.
Okay. So you're
Another
dropping
dragon?
30 feet at just enough movement.
Oh, I couldn't not see them. Alright, I'm gonna hit Alex.
All right.
Swoop down. I didn't see that one. No, we're shooting one right behind Alex. Let's hit the double kick.
Oops, there we go. There they
I
go.
might mess that up.
Not aligned to the grid, and you have to hit. You have to hold Alt to drop your slot on the grid. All right. Do you want to get linking? Go for it.
Yeah, cool. We go.
I really can't do much for him, but I can't punch for him.
Right. Brick make 13.3 damage. It is attack number 2. Well, easy. Also with advantage, hit more points of damage. You fly over. I think you probably just head just 2 solid wow.
Like he's like Superman. He just goes Kadoof in his face.
You versus an intelligence check.
Yeah.
You just realize you've put yourself with all 3 of you. Got about 10 or 20 feet of movement.
Perfect.
Dragon now.
I think he had 15.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
It is Gear's turn. Gear is going.
Not hitting all.
Gun that he's going to say. Hit. Second attack also does not hit. All right, that was his turn.
So I'm going to allow. It is.
You crit.
I got 12.
You also, the special Mimic Infused Glaive, you have extra damage on a crit. So you actually did 23 points of damage.
We'll hit it again.
It is now going to look. Will not hit. So you put your hands further, just tear a big chunk out of it, and actually the mimic in your creates this sort of force that digs into it. You actually see little tendrils of the mimic chomp bits of them as your glaive tracts.
And I'm going to hit it with the pommel because pommel strike it.
That'll hit. 10 more points of damage. So you sort of you swing down with this big 2-handed blow. And as it comes down, you sort of whirl your glaive like a staff and just crack it across the snout, the other end. Armir's turn.
So remember, we are in a line and we can't let you get hit.
Of somewhere.
To the south, preferred.
Maybe to here?
That's, I don't know, maybe one step to the left.
I mean, any 2 points are going to line.
This is true.
Make an arc.
I just don't be falling 90 feet because.
Right.
Oh, all right, perfect. So your magic has mental quality to it, and you've always been a little bit fast dragon. And now that you think about it, at one point you studied a lot on all the different dragon, and seem to recall that a dragon of this size and of this type can probably only shoot a weapon about 30 feet.
In a line or a cone?
You've already seen it. You saw it from the smaller dragon, and this seems to be the same kind. It seemed like it was about 10 feet. It seemed like it was emulating the acidic breath of a black dragon. So, 35 or further would put you out of reach. So just one more square away would... Yep, now you're out of reach.
Okay.
Thank you. I feel safer now.
All right, what do you want to do?
Let's see.
Spell.
As long as it was casting a concentration spell versus thing.
I don't know if this will work. I told it to roll 3 times, but it did not. Okay.
All right. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll damage to third level. So 5 bolts. So
Okay.
roll 4 more times. 1d4 plus 1.
Oh, right, yes. 2. 3.
It's 11 so far, and you got 1 more.
Okay.
£15 of damage. So these silvery bolts, you just sort of sweep through the air and they trail off your fingers, and then you just fling them out and they fly like little, less like missiles and more like very fast birds, and they just swirl and go. They diverge and go around Alex and hit this thing in the face. It's looking real bad, but it is not dead.
Of course not.
So the 2 wolves can't go. Not use Warder's Reach.
Not this time.
So it's going to move and up and take a great big breath. And Alex and Brick need to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh. Boys, this might be it for me.
Uh-oh.
You don't know how bad these things are? This might be it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh no!
No!
Told you this is it for me.
Right?
If I only had used Warder's Reach, I probably would still be in a situation like this, but Brick wouldn't be. Let's take the damage, boys.
I'm also double checking something on. Aha! Brick. Good news, bad news, I suppose. Let's go.
Can we have the bad news first?
Well, the bad news is no. Actually, there is no bad news. Sorry, I forgot because of this ability I just looked at. So the first breath weapon did 16. All right, so Brick, you get back 16 hit points because you have an ability called Evasion. If you succeed on a dexterity saving throw, you take no damage. If you fail, you only take half. So actually, you took no damage from either breath weapon. So go ahead and give yourself back 16 HP.
Good. Well, the good news is I can't change on the sheet. I only do it through words, so now I know he has 70.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about that.
I will update it. Yeah, so he's at full health. So we don't have to update anything. I guess the bad news is for Alex, you just take this giant corrosive black cloud in the face. And it actually looks like the same substance as the column. You take 49 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
But something weird happens. You lose track for just a second, not just of where you are, but for just a minute, you lose track of who you are. You think, what am I doing up here? Why am I not at the Capitol? And then there's another moment, and you think, there was supposed to be a caravan here. We were going to hit the caravan. What? I don't And then for just a second, the sort of fly spell around you, for a second you would swear that it's black wings. You're being held aloft on these wings, and you feel yourself radiating this cold fury. And then suddenly you're back to yourself. And you crap ton of damage. So that was its whole turn, and it's now used its breath weapon. Now it's the other wormling. The remaining wormling, I should say. It makes an attack against Gear. And does not hit. They're just two, like, heavily armored creatures smacking each other, and nothing happens. Go ahead and clear the other dead one. Alright, we are back to Brick.
Brick's gonna put himself into so Brick's just gonna. Alright. You know what? We're just gonna go. There you go. Right there, it's just gonna do the 2 full round of attacks.
Alright, so that's 3 if you don't spend a key point but use your bonus action, or 4 if you use the bonus action and a key point. But you can make the first 2 hits and then decide.
A key point.
So let's start rolling attacks. Once again, you're using non-traditional limbs. Oh, I keep hitting that wrong one. It's unarmed strike. 25 will hit. Roll the other. And 28 will hit. You deal 19 more points of damage. It is so close to dead. It is barely holding itself together. And you just deliver this. You're doing this crazy, like the Street Fighter, like spinning through the air kick. Just whack, whack. So now you want to do the flurry of blows?
Yeah.
All right. So you channel this this shadowy energy from within yourself. This combination of your sort of natural slab fighting talent, your years of experience, and the sort of magical training you had under the Witch of the Mountain. And flying through the air, 26, that'll hit. 8 more points of damage. You're channeling all this power, and whack, you hit it again. It's barely holding together. If you hit with this next attack, you will probably kill it. Let's see.
Does he hit?
29, 11 points of damage. Brick, how do you want to finish it?
Brick just winds back and just launches the biggest Hail Mary fist you could ever imagine. Or no.
And drops one of the wolves.
He tosses the wolf up into the air, does a punch, and then catches the wolf.
He just flies back and like you know how, or comes back and just flies with both his feet just pointing right at the monster's head and just crushes it.
All right, you do this insane like triple kick. Whack, 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 and you let your momentum carry you a little further up on the last one, and then you just do this like it's almost like you're on like a luge. Like you just fly through the air feet first, and you just kick clean through this thing, and it comes apart. It is Gear's turn.
Gear and his lonely little wyvern thing.
He does finally hit. And Gear does... whoops, nope, I already calculated it. So that's 15 on the first one. only a 14 on the second one. So the one that he's fighting looks very hurt. Is still up. It is Alex's turn.
I'm a second wind.
Good choice.
Nearly dead, Alex.
1d10 plus 10. Come on, dice. Fail me again, please. 18.
All right. It would be really disappointing if you died like during your emphasis arc.
You know.
I mean, I feel like this is the time I'm dying. Then what I have. I've done 15, 20, 25, 30. Hit him. So let's see. Second win was a bonus action.
Yep. So you can still make 2 attacks.
That's what I thought.
Did you accidentally pull Brick with you?
No, that's where Brick was last time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where Brick ended his.
We just left his wolves there. Is it 18
Wolves or
hits?
something else.
18 does hit.
Perfect. 16 damage.
All right. That's enough. You drop it out of the sky.
And then for that, I proceed to say, I'm going to the ground, and I'm done with the air shenanigans.
Oh, we're not even made it into the castle yet, Hayden.
I don't care.
Are there troops below us still, or?
You're kind of out over the field. This is where the patrols were moving. There isn't one under you currently. Make a perception check.
All of us?
Yeah, everybody can make this.
I'm not perceptive.
Yeah, it's too dark up here. You just can't quite see what's going on.
Okay, so, you know what? Let's do this. Let's just go further. Let's just go further in.
All right. Are you going on the ground now?
No.
You can try and sneak between these two, maybe. And
So Brick didn't get hit.
Not a Dadasmere.
Okay, good. So Gear is going to pat you on the back, and when he does, you regain. Actually, we'll do a spell.
The person who took a hit was me.
Yeah. Gear heals you for
20.
34.
whoa.
Oh, nice.
And then
That's actually kind of nice.
how much does that put you up to?
That's the wrong button. 55.
All right, and then he's going to give you another 39 points.
Now I'm at max.
This is what it's
Okay.
like when you have a healer in the party.
Right.
I know, right? Don't worry. Any other campaign in the future, and we're all going to be healers.
An all healer party.
Yeah, so
You know what? No, just go. I was going to say something stupid.
Ever since Gear like fear bombed all those soldiers in the tavern, he's had this sort of swirling energy around him. And when he reaches out and heals you that last time, you see some of that energy like siphon away from him and go into you. Okay, so what elevation are you all at now?
See, I'm still at 100 feet, I guess.
Everyone else is at 90. I'm going to continue at 90, and we're going to keep going to that fort.
All right. Are you going to pass through the columns or try and go around them?
We're going around though. I don't want to go inside.
I don't trust going into them. So
All right. You're honestly at this point the columns do give you pretty decent cover. I'm just going to move you all in mass. You sort of get up to fairly close to the fort now. Make another perception check.
oh my gosh.
Brick with the club. Oh wow, that looks pretty good.
All right. Brick and Alex, you both notice. So the fort is sort of in. How many sides? 1 second. Bad dog.
Oh, dog's being bad.
He's not quite barking yet, but he's doing that like.
Yeah, getting ready to get.
Yeah, it's. Honestly, this might be the day that I call animal welfare on my neighbor because I think he's barking because their dog is outside and it's barking at them.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that might be happening when this is over. So you all both notice that the fort is sort of unfolded in front of you now. The walls are, you can see kind of into it fairly well. There's like a large outer wall in kind of like an octagonal shape with sort of watchtowers and gates interspersed along the way. It looks like there's only a couple of main gates. And all of like the other gates seem to be like barred at this point. You can see that there are what looks like crossbowmen or archers interspersed along the wall. The nearest gate that's off of the road you were heading towards is about, I don't know, half a mile away at this point. You're fairly close with the speed you're moving at. There are still a lot of troops moving along the road. What do you want to do?
So we're half a mile out. There's a lot of troops within crossbowmen. Huh. We're in a tight situation, don't you say, Brick?
Yeah. So we
Just keep pressing forward, keep pushing our luck.
All right. As you all advance forward, the columns get thicker ahead of you. It actually, now that you're this close, you can kind of see. It looks like these columns might have been placed somehow. If you were able to investigate them more closely, you might find some mechanism, but there's actually like a dense, almost like a fence of these columns blocking most of the circumference of the fort, except for the main gates, the 4 main gates.
Break the try to walk into one of the columns to see what it's like.
All right. Make a wisdom saving throw. All right. Brick, you
Are dead.
Immediately unconscious.
you all are sort of watching this from the outside. Brick sort of flies forward. And when Brick hits the edge of the column, he just stops. He's only like got like an arm in, but he seems disoriented. And actually, as you watch, you can see just like a little bit right at sort of the boundary of the column. You watch as his arm actually changes. There's like a 4 or 5 inch section of like exposed arm that you can see that's being affected by whatever's in this column. You assume it's happening to like the whole length of his hand, but you can't see it. It goes very pale. Then it goes pale but thin. It almost looks like a child's limb for a second, and then it looks like massive and distorted, like almost like there's more elbows than there should be. And Brick, inside of this, you lose track of who you are. For a minute, you think, why am I not on the mountain? If I'm not on the mountain, someone will come and take the mountain. And you start trying to pull this snow and ice around you, and then your mind sort of blanks, and you're just hungry. You're cold, and you're hungry. And then your brain just fills with these gibbering screams of like dozens of different voices. And you catch just a few of them, and they're horrifying. And it's things like, give me all your meat. Gonna wear your skin. Delicious, delicious, delicious. And then you're back.
Does one of us need to pull him out of the thing, or is he gonna...
Brick, make another wisdom saving throw. You managed, like, that last one is horrifying, and you managed to yank your arm free. You get the impression that these columns are real bad.
That was a successful science experiment. We now have discovered these columns are bad.
Well, front gate it is. So,
I will say this. Alex and Brick make a history check.
I got that one in the bag. As I said, I don't even look at I rolled a 6.
So, Alex, you don't... It's something about that experience was familiar, but you can't quite place it. Brick, you know where you have seen these things, felt these things before. These are the same things you felt in Grandfather Winter's domain. These... You're not sure exactly what the correlation is, but it puts you in mind of staring into that black obsidian mirror that you found. You feel like there's some connection here. Something about that experience.
They're like wormholes or thinnies or whatever.
So we have to go through a main gate. I say, if we're coming up from the north, then let's take...
So you all are currently You all are south of the east gate. No, sorry. You're south of the west gate.
Well, let's go through the west gate.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
I'll do something real quick.
What was the question?
Give me a sec. I'm just looking up to see what I have. smack your laptop in. It's fine.
It is fun. It ain't grab like this. Anyways, again, I'm saying we'll just do a full head assault on that main gate, that west gate. Too bad we don't have Hall of Fury.
I thought I still had haste. Because I remember I used to have that.
The spell.
Yeah, Brick, you had one of the... Shoot, what was that called? One of your maneuvers from a school I can't remember used to give you haste, but actually it's sort of reflected in your monk abilities. That's sort of what's happening when you use Flurry of Blows, is you're sort of using magic to speed yourself up and strike more often.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it in a while, so I was like, remember I used to have haste. So I was going to use haste and just bombard the front gates to open it up for you guys to get in there and land.
That's fine. We'll just.
All right. I think we should sprint for the,
No, you walk in normally. Okay, this is what you do. I got an idea. We're gonna get to about a quarter mile away. We're gonna land behind a hill. Then we're gonna walk onto the road, and we're gonna walk through the west gate. No one expects the people to just walk through your main gate. It's the dumbest thing, and no one expects it. Where they attack from? They break through a tunnel there? No, they walk through the main gate. What?
how do we just fly to the top of the main gate?
Because isn't there like a fence of black pillars around the top?
Yeah, there's the columns only. There's only a break in the columns over the main gates.
Wait, so we can still technically fly through just when we spotted immediately.
Yes, and you do know that there are crossbowmen and things, and also your span from the top of the gates to the lower part of this cloud above you is only maybe 70 or 80 feet, something like that. Like, there's more of that darkness up above you as well.
Anyways, I'm thinking we still walk to the main gate because as much as I trust you, you get hit once and we could be fine.
I mean, I do get to make like a saving throw or something to.
Yeah, you get to make a concentration check, but the
Still.
concentration check is either it's a minimum of it's a Constitution saving throw. It's a minimum of 10, or half the damage you took,
Oh.
whichever is higher. So if you got hit with 50 points of damage, you'd have to succeed on a DC 25 Constitution saving throw or lose your spell.
Right.
Which means you just have to crit.
I'd say I have a +7 to Constitution saving throws, but
So again,
So Gear is kind of watching you all quietly, and he says, I'll only be able to do it once, but I can get us through the troops at the gate.
how?
He kind of smirks, and he says, you remember what I did back at the Roost, back at the tavern?
Yep.
It's a little bit like that.
Let's see. We'll walk through first, and then when shit hits the fan, which would probably be in one step of walking in, we're gonna do it. Because I'm sorry, Asmir, but
Yeah.
you're kind of on fire, and Brick, you're kind of big. Anyways, tally ho! We're going in.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Rearranging my map a little.
I wonder if we pull the feather, can we get Hedrick to follow the code with us? DM, does that work?
Does what work?
If we summon Hedrick with the dragon feathers that we have, does he go in with us, or he just shows up, like, yeah, never mind, and leaves?
He's more of like an artillery strike or an air strike.
Well, at least they have open ports, so we can artillery strike. We'll hold off for now.
Really, I didn't really think to keep track of time since I cast fly, because it is only, well, according to this, anyways, 10 minutes. I don't know if that's right.
Yeah, you'd be out of.
I think it'd be close, anyways.
Well, you didn't cast it. Yeah, you'd probably have enough to theoretically like fly forward if you wanted to, but you wouldn't have it much longer after that.
That's what, yeah, we probably would want to land anyways, because I'm probably going to run out.
Then let's land.
Turns out, running an army with roll 20 is complicated.
I could imagine.
Turns out I'm going to artillery strike this army with Hedrick.
All right. I'll paste y'all onto a new map. Move all your flight off to the side for a minute. Are you depupping the wolves?
Are we on the ground? Yes. First action.
That's an army.
Are you,
Where's Wood?
where are we landing at?
I don't know. How you
You said you wanted to go straight down the road to the main gate, right?
found us? Okay, we did not. I would have changed plans had I known that this was what it was installed for us. I should have done a perception check to check what was in front of the gates, I guess. We're screwed.
It's fine.
What do you mean it's fine? There's what?
I was thinking that Gear was going to do like a thunder strike right into like, you know, the middle and do his fear thing and just like scatter the army.
He can do that if you want. But he can only do it once.
Hmm.
Won't let me extend this circle off the map, but it does.
Those more dark tornado things.
Yeah, those are more of those pillars of darkness. What do you want to do?
There are 232 men there.
What we could get Gear to do is fear thing, and then also artillery strike with.
I bet artillery strike fireball, and then Gear do his thing.
No, I said we just start here.
Gear just sort of nonchalantly says, if I do my thing, you won't need the artillery.
We'll just do your thing.
Oh,
And I can only do it once, but man, there's 232 people in front of us.
I think the whole cool was clicking. He was just getting bored. What's a few more rows?
Like, for every second we dilly dallied around, he added one more person.
No, I had these on the map. Like, that's what I was fixing while you all were heading over. All right. So, whoops. I'm just making like little circles for no reason.
I was gonna say, there's little dots appearing on the map. I was like, what are those?
Nope, that's just me clicking, not realizing I'm still on paint, and they can't be
What
fixed.
are those?
Those.
Yep, I can remove one. That's it. So, y'all are on this main gate. Make a perception check now that you're this close. I'll put you out a little bit further back, because otherwise they'd be shooting at you, probably.
Oh dear.
Does Brick get advantage with his wolves?
Yeah, they could give you help action.
He got 21, but you know what? Maybe he could do better.
Nope.
He does.
All right. So, Brick, you get a pretty good view of sort of what's out ahead of you. And you can see there's all of these rows. You do notice these are like normal infantry. They look a lot like the guys you fought like looting those farms. They don't seem like particularly well equipped or well trained. Closer to the gate, you see what looks like more like veteran soldiers. You see some crossbowmen up along the walls, but way back behind them, sort of standing over the gate, you see this figure with a massive greatsword. And he's just sort of resting his hands on it, and just, you feel like he can see you. Like, you're looking up at him, and he's looking down at you at that distance. Yeah, that's all you can sort of pick up at this far. Like, there seems to be some sort of humanoid figure holding this giant greatsword, and you get the impression they're looking at you. Gear sees the same thing you do, and all of you make a wisdom saving throw.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Guess
I'm terrible at those.
you cannot be as bad as me.
Oh, no. Nope, I can. I win.
Don't tell me he just knocks us out right now.
Good thing we weren't flying.
Hold on, I gotta double check a name on our world anvil, which I haven't updated in a super long time.
We've had so much time because of this corona.
I think it's only up to maybe up to Grandfather Winter. That sounds right. Oh, he never got a first name. All right. I guess he doesn't have one. Gear sees the same thing you do, and you are all not like incapacitated, but you feel like you see those spectral wings manifest again, and they're just sort of flapping with this intensity, and you can actually feel Gear's anger radiating off of him. And it's like a wind that is pushing you all back. And you just hear him mutter, "Villain." And he takes off. And as he goes, you see these wings stretch and sort of trail further and further until it looks like there is a cloud sweeping behind him. And the men in the first few rows only have a second to notice this figure literally flying down the road, and they start to drop. This overwhelming fear hits them, and just one after the other, they fall. And you see that energy swelling up around Gear again. And a few of them manage to sort of point, some of them manage to start reaching for weapons, and another row goes down. He's close to the gate now. Just this, the man himself is almost invisible. There's just this silhouette of roiling energy in the shape of some giant hunting bird swooping over this battlefield. And another 2 rows are gone. The men closer to the gate are better trained. You see them sort of buckle and sort of lose their footing for a second. But the crossbowmen manage to get their bows up and they start to fire. And Gear is struck probably 5 or 6 times. But as he gets closer, they don't seem to die, but they do seem to get sick and disoriented, and they lose their footing for a second. And he lands. He pulls out the glaive, and he lands with this sweeping blow towards the man with the sword. And with sort of casual strength, the man brings up the sword and blocks the blow. And the 2 begin to fight.
Well, let's go finish everyone else off.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to let you all advance up to the printed map, and then you can kind of arrange yourselves however you want.
Oops. Or just delete yourself. It's fine. Alright, well then. Oh my gosh, I totally want to do this. I just want to get into the towers. Are those the ones on the ground? Oh, perfect. So who goes first?
Whoops, I got to remove the old turn order. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
If then asked.
$13. 8.
10.
9.
The wolves will move when Brick does. All right. They rolled worse than you did. So, Alex, you're actually first.
Oh, shoot. Nice.
The first shall be last.
So that puts me here. And you know what? Definitely use the bonus action. Warder's Reach.
All right. Do you also... I guess you don't need to prepare an action. All right. So you move up to there. Anything
Or
else?
can I use the dash and then use Warder's Reach, or is...
Yeah, you could do that.
Oh, okay.
It would put you all the way up to the first guy.
Well, I'll be quite there.
All right.
I'll go here, then use Warder's Reach. That way that he has to step into me.
Sounds good. Brick, you are up.
Sweet.
How far away is
Oh, it is? Yeah.
So far did you travel?
55. What's that one?
So I think Brick can teleport up into this tower, right?
You can move. Let's see. You can move 50 and teleport 60. It is getting pretty dark out here. So you would need 110 feet. Yeah, you could get up there with the crossbowmen.
Yeah, they'll be the ones who do the most damage. Crossbows are... Those bow and arrow people, they're dicks.
I'll say this, though. They did seem more affected by gear than the guys on the ground. Maybe because they were closer. They don't seem to be back up on their feet yet.
But they might get back up on their feet eventually.
Well, they'll find out when Mouse and Barbarian just I go, which way are the shadows? I'm just gonna go right there. I think that's the right spot. Anyways,
all right.
This guy.
So your first attack has advantage because you teleported.
All right, this guy right here is the one I'm gonna be hitting with 2 arm strikes. Can I do 2 arm? Yeah, and then can I spend like? Do I hit the key point?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't use, and I'll use the key point for thicker flurry of blows.
Wait, I think this is the bonus section.
Does it? It might.
Right, Colby?
I can't remember.
What?
I was trying to think.
He wants to use his key for... But doesn't Misty Step count as...
I'm not going to do that next turn.
This isn't Misty Step. This is something from your monk stuff.
But doesn't it still count as a bonus action?
Yes, it's a bonus action.
See?
This is Shadow Step. As a bonus
All
action, you can teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space you can see that is in dim light or darkness. You have advantage on the first melee attack you make before the end of the turn.
Actions. You get to attack still.
Colby's got a robe that attacks.
Oh, yeah. Colby has to roll the attacks.
All right. You're going to have... I mean, you'd have advantage anyway, actually, because... actually, let me double-check this status.
Wolves are gonna move up.
Like, just imagine, like, the guy's down and Brick just, like, sucker punches his head while he's sitting down, just goes...
Actually, this is going to be a critical hit. These guys are paralyzed. So
it is a smart choice I heard someone to attack them first. Get all these free crits. Don't you get stuff when you crit, Harry?
Not on this one.
Okay.
What do I? I don't.
so you deal 12 points of damage, and then 1 point of acid damage. Keep doing that, but it'll work. and then you deal 12. Yeah, you fully drop the first guy. All right, it's the wolves. What are the wolves going to do?
I think Harry already moved them.
Oh, just going to move them up.
Yeah, they just moved up a little
All
bit.
right. Wolves can also dash, but it's up to you.
Well, it's
I've already seen Asmir scout into doubt, so I think the wolves can stay right here behind me.
All
I was
right.
like, yeah, if I do it right, yeah, I'll just miss everyone, I think.
It is Asmir's turn.
Well, let's see. What level fireball do I want to do?
Max.
I say I have one 5th level slot left. It would use up all my 5th level slot, but I don't see anything else I really want to save it for. So
Don't you have Immolation, which you've never gotten to cast?
oh, this is true. I don't know what it does.
It lights one creature like completely on fire.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, I might go one level down. I'll do a 4th level.
Yeah, light brick on fire. That way he looks more badass when he's punching them.
Oh, come on. There we go. Now, I was saying the archers and everything are up higher, so I think it'll miss all of them.
Yeah, it would only hit the guys on the ground.
Yeah,
so they all need to make DC 18 dex saves. Jeez.
I was looking at the math for fireball, and I'm so confused that I'm just going to ignore it.
Yeah, his is weird because he does his minimum damage is raised because of his type of sorcerer. Oh my goodness.
They're all passing.
Well, they still take half damage, so.
Nope, it's the opposite. Not one of them passed.
I mean, I don't think I could even pass a dexterity save of 18. Like, it would take me probably, I'm going to say 60 tries to pass that save.
They're not dead, but they're in bad shape. All right.
Did we miss the most? They're going to fireball us back.
Right. The enchanter has fireball too, of course.
Let's see, so. Yeah, he can't quite catch Asmir, who I think has resistance anyway. The wolves and Alex need to make a dexterity saving throw.
I've already failed it.
Oh no.
Good thing you got all that healing before.
If they don't have a dex save listed, just roll a dexterity check.
They do.
Okay,
I think.
cool.
Yeah. Well, it's not save. I guess it is a dex check. I can't be trusted.
All of y'all take 41 points of fire damage.
Maybe I should have 5th level fireball. Well, I guess I know who I need to immolate.
Good news. Wolves are gone.
I'm pretty sure. Good check.
Oh, it's like 37.
Oh yeah, wolves are dead.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, both wolves go unconscious. We've not really rolled that many death saving throws in this game. All
We've
right.
been really a little bit more cautious about dying, but when you lose an enchanter that we should have attacked first, things happen.
The guy in the center, who seems to be some kind of officer,
He's gonna run to get more people.
Yeah.
Asbury, thank goodness. You already figured it out. That man must die.
he yells out a command to the men like, "Hold steady!" And all of them kind of get in position.
But you're telling me they're not going to come after me? I have to go after them? Assholes.
He doesn't move. Let's see. Yeah, they don't know better. They're going to charge at you. So go ahead and make make 3 attacks of opportunity. First one misses.
Great.
Second one hits. Third one hits.
Nice. I don't know which ones I hit, which ones I didn't, but one takes 10 and one took 12.
All right. They are hurt but not dead. You hit the two on either side of you. And go ahead and make 3 more. Hit. Hit.
Come on.
Hit.
3 for 3. 3 for 3.
So the guy in the front takes 14. 10 and 11. Only one of them goes down.
That's fine by me. I now have less problems. And less flanking.
Let's see. That one can't hit on that attack. So one hits.
Hey, Cole, I have a question.
Yeah.
About with Warden's Rage, if I do hit them, they lose all movement.
Oh, well, wait, hold on. Let me double check. That's from Sentinel.
I just want to check before, I guess, I don't know how cheaty it feels to take one out when he should not have moved. Gotta play the game fair.
Let me think about how I've written this. All right. In that case,
I just remembered it. I don't know how you want to roll it out.
so this guy goes back up. How much did he have? 12. So only the guy in the front actually made it to you. And the other guys are going to shoot you with crossbows instead.
Well, that's good. They don't have advantage. Or do they?
No.
I don't know that. They're using crossbows. Everybody has crossbows.
One of them hits you for 9 piercing damage. And one of them crits.
I made a mistake.
And the one in front slashes you for 17 points of slashing damage. All right. And now it's... so while this is going on, in the background, you're close enough to the walls now. You can't quite see further back. Brick, you can see. Gear and Wilhelm are locked in this horrible titanic brawl of greatsword versus glaive, and when they hit, there's like ripples in the air. Brick, make a perception check with disadvantage because it's dark. There's something about Wilhelm, like he's moving oddly, but you can't quite place what it is.
He's probably possessed.
All right, it is Alex's turn.
Awesome. So guess you know what? The guy in front of me. I'm gonna attack at him.
Crit.
Crit.
Let's see. He's dead.
Okay, good. Then the guy to my left does not hit.
Nope. Oh yeah, 2 attacks. That's it.
Yeah, and then I guess we'll see if I can trick him into the warder's martial stance.
All right. You take up your warder's reach stance again, and it is Brick's turn.
All right. Well, the guy right in front of him.
All
Brick's
right.
gonna cover him.
He'll start off with 2 unarmed attacks.
Are these guys still like disoriented?
Yep. So 18. Whoops, wrong one. And 4 more. He's in very bad shape. Second attack. You kill the one there. Do you want to move forward and attack the other?
Yeah.
That one is going to make a wisdom saving throw. He succeeds. He is no longer incapacitated. Other guys
Nothing
will roll
really. There's
2.
a mountain barbarian. Saying, I think it's 36,000.
And you see one guy on the other side gets up as well. So you are no longer auto hit crit. And I'll turn that off. All right, and one more attack against the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you want to use key for it.
Oh, you rolled double 2s. That is not going to hit.
Oh gosh.
He didn't have advantage, but it was still double 2s. All right, that is the end of your turn. Go ahead and roll 2 death saving throws for the wolves. Those are just it's a straight D20. On a 10 or higher, that's a success. On a 9 or lower, it's a failure.
I know the character sheet. Normally, there's a
Right, but there isn't one for the wolves. All right, so Ares passes his first. Athena fails her first.
I'm going Athena.
Oops, no, she did the other way. Whoops, I have that backwards. The only thing I hate about wearing headphones is that they fall right across my computer. There we go. All right. It is Asmir's turn.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and... I think that was 30, yeah. I'll move up and use a greater healing potion.
Oh, 15. For which wolf?
For Athena, the one in the back.
All right. Athena is up with 15 hit points.
Oh my gosh.
All right. That is your action. Do you have anything with your bonus action?
I don't know. I don't think so.
All right. Athena needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Of course.
Hmm. 17.
Oh, it passes. Oh, well. You see the enchanter in the back try to cast some kind of spell, and whatever it is doesn't seem to work. All right.
You seem so disappointed that Athena passed.
It was going to be interesting.
It was like a mind control spell or something, probably. Something that'd make Athena attack us.
If Athena attacks the person, I'm putting your wolf down. I don't know why the enchanter just didn't do it on me. I probably would have failed.
Yeah.
What a silly man.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
All right. The knight. Let's already used that. The knight is going to make a heavy crossbow attack on Asmir. And he is not going to succeed. This veteran is dead. The other two are also... They're stuck now, so they're just going to keep firing their crossbows. They've at least figured out that they can't move. Nope. This one might hit.
TM's typing something.
That one does hit.
With a crit.
Oh, well, no, it's only, it just rolled the max value. So that was a 21 to hit, and it did 10 points of piercing damage.
We're fine.
At this point, the two crossbowmen who have kind of gotten their feet back up under them, one of them is going to swing at Brick with a sword. He is not going to hit. And one's going to shoot at him with a heavy crossbow. They are going to hit. Yep.
What do you get, Harrison? Like, speak.
Brick takes 6 points of piercing damage.
Wait, did I do the monk move? No, I'm not in the wrong stance or something.
No, you can use it. As long as you haven't used your reaction. Roll... oh, yeah. You actually... You negate all the damage. He probably won't try that again. All right. It is Alex's turn.
What?
Guy on the left again is I'm gonna swing at.
All right.
Students will get hitting.
That'll hit.
11.
11. Let's see. he is on his last legs, but he is still up.
Then I'm going to swing at the guy on the right.
That does not hit.
Then I'm doing pommel strike on the guy on the left.
All right.
Come on. Yeah.
That hits. You take him out. Get him off the board. All right. That was your action and bonus action. Do you want to move?
I don't know where I can move. I'm not going to get shot at by archers.
Right.
A crossbow, man.
All right.
You know, I want to stay close to this guy because I just want to be able to hurt him.
All right. It is Brick's turn.
So Brick's gonna smack the guy in front of him or behind him, or right here. This guy.
All right. Unarmed strikes. Definitely hits. 11 damage. 14 damage. He's standing but looks pretty hurt. Second attack hits. 8 more damage. 12. Yep, he's down.
I guess you could move to the next group of archers. Or move to the wizard.
Go ahead and make another perception check.
General Gear is losing.
It's 26.
Nope, you don't notice nothing. So you still have your movement. What do you want to do? Movement and bonus action.
Brick's gonna move forward, and then is there a dark spot like right here?
Yeah, you could essentially, anywhere you can see, you can probably teleport right now.
Brick's just gonna go boop
All right.
And the
roll. Oh, good.
to charge forward and bite.
All right.
Me, I'm in range. Okay, whatever.
All right. And that's Athena. So Athena has pack tactics, so she'll roll with advantage. No, she won't, because a lot doesn't count. She bites and misses. Ares needs another death saving throw. Just a flat d20.
This is you.
Success. So Ares now has 2 successes.
Those 11s.
Yep. All right. It is Asmir.
Will this Brick have to roll?
What does Brick have to roll for what?
Didn't you say Brick had to roll something and then...
Oh, no. The wolves had to roll.
Alright, that's it.
All right. It is Asmir's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna try and resurrect the other one, Ares.
All right. It is back up with 13 hit points.
Something.
And that's your action. It is the Enchanter.
Fireballs now.
Yeah.
Maybe Brick's Monk can cast disadvantage. So fireballs don't require that.
Well, if I keep resurrecting them, then it'll give him something to shoot at, I guess. Eventually he'll use his spell slots, right?
What is he most concerned about?
Would it be the Mountain Barbarian right next to him?
Yeah, that feels right.
It does seem pretty intimidating and distracting.
All right. Alex, Brick, and Asmir all need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit.
Say wisdom.
Yep.
Oh boy.
4.
-2. Oh my gosh.
13.
All
Another.
3 of you are paralyzed.
Wonderful.
I mean, that's how we always do it.
This is the Twilight fight all over again.
Right.
You know?
Any second now, that enchanter is going to rip off his mask, and it's going to be Cullen's.
Damn it, Collins.
And with y'all paralyzed, he is going to like run over to here. And it's the knight's turn, and he sees a paralyzed Brick. So he is going to... His headphones start to hurt after a while. Double check this status. Okay. So he has advantage, but he doesn't auto hit. But if he hits, he's going to auto crit.
Brick's dead.
Only gets a 12 on the first roll of the advantage. 13 on the second, making the second attack. He hits. Brick takes 17 points of slashing damage. So this enchanter is like freaking out. He threw that fireball. He thought that was going to be enough. It kills everything, and you all are still up, and the wolves are back up, and now there's a barbarian behind him. So he just like draws his hands through the air and releases this sparkling shockwave, and all 3 of you just seize up and can't move. The knight sees this happen and just comes over and takes his greatsword and just hacks down at Brick. The first first swing goes just a little wide. Second one, big fountaining spray of blood. The guy next to Alex is going to do the same thing. He can move 5 feet and not provoke an attack of opportunity. And he's going to attack Alex. He's rolling with advantage. He misses on the first one. He hits on the second, which is crazy because he needed like a 15 or higher to hit. So he's going to do... His crit is not quite so bad.
I don't think it matters.
I mean, it does.
12 points of slashing damage on Alex.
Oh no.
But he gets to attack.
That was the second one.
Well, he has advantage. So it's roll twice for the first roll.
All right, it is Alex's turn. While this is happening, in the background, you can still occasionally see these like bursts of energy as Gear and Wilhelm are just throwing these powerful blows against each other. All right.
Yeah, I'm still paralyzed. I rolled a 2.
All right.
I think Brick passes.
Brick does pass. Brick is no longer paralyzed.
Ever.
Brick is punching the guy right in front of him.
All right.
Very, very hard.
That is the very Brick thing to do. I'm not sure if you hit. That's going to be really close. You do not hit on the first one. You do not hit on the second one. Do you want to do flurry of blows or the extra attack?
Yeah, we'll do the flurry of blows.
All right, one more. That one does hit. 9 points of damage, and we'll roll your acid damage. My goodness, I should just type it out. 3 more points, so 12 points of damage. He is hurt, but not quite down yet. So you have one more attack, so you burn a key point. And you hit on the second attack. 8 more points of damage. You take him out. So all that's left now is one of the non-officer soldiers and the enchanter, 3 crossbowmen up on the wall, and Gear and Brick fighting. Or sorry, Gear and Willem fighting. That was Alex and Brick have gone. It's the wolves.
Do they have to take a wisdom penalty?
No,
they didn't.
it was hold person, so it did not affect them.
Right, so she's gonna move forward and attack. Flanking. Did I get flanking?
Oh yeah, I guess you're trying to think about me. That's fine.
They don't have flanking, but they have pack tactics.
So we're gonna.
Do I need to roll them as well?
Yeah, I can. Let me check.
Yep. All right. Crit. And then, oh yeah. No, he's still alive actually.
Wait, I think I didn't roll the crit damage. I just rolled the bite.
Oh, is the bite 2d6 by default?
Yeah. Yeah. And so
Oh,
I would
okay.
just roll another.
So roll an
2d6.
extra 2d6.
Damn,
All right,
12.
he is down. So that was Ares. So Athena still has movement and action.
Actually, that was Athena.
Oh, that was Athena.
Right?
Ares.
It's going to. I gotta count it out. So there's 5. And I have 60 feet.
I don't know how much movement they have.
I think they
Don't
have
try to
50.
50. I think you reach the enchanter if you do diagonals.
We're gonna hit the enchanter, and
So 5.
so I think what was that I could reach. And it's also gonna bite because
All right,
it was
roll
gonna
it. That'll hit.
12 bite.
The enchanter, not a super sturdy guy. And he goes down, which drops his concentration. And y'all are all unparalyzed. However, still crossbowmen.
It's fine. And get fireball them. It's good.
The crossbowmen are going to make a round of attacks. Probably on the giant wolf that just killed a guy right in front of them.
Are they all up or no?
Oh, yeah.
Because 2 look like they saw the paralyzed mark, and so I know 1's up.
Yeah, let me roll. See if they got up last turn. One of them did, one of them didn't. So they're only going to make 2 attacks.
I think Ares is going down again.
No.
Well, that's a miss. That's a
I don't know.
hit.
They only have, if it's only 14, you have to beat.
It only does 2 points of damage, minimum damage. And it is Asmir's turn.
All right.
You have to keep track of Ares' HP with it, which was 13, so it puts him at 11. I really can't control theirs. Right? Yeah, I can't control their HP. Alright, Asmir, it's your turn. There's 3 people left. Actually, 4.
Oh, yeah. Do I have like can I scorching ray all 3 of them? Like I can see them fine.
Are they in range?
Oh, that's a good question. Colby's muted, by the way.
Isn't it like 120 feet? Yeah. They're probably right at the edge of range if we were going to do the Pythagorean nonsense. But they're probably close enough.
Okay. Just trying to decide between fireball or scorching ray. I'm not sure which is a better idea. Because if I fireball like up here somewhere, it'll avoid hitting the wolf, right?
Yes, if you were to drop a fireball at the top of the wall, it wouldn't hit the wolf.
Okay. Yeah, I might just do that.
Just be careful you don't hit general gear, but I think you're fine.
No, it's 20 feet. It's plenty of room.
Let me find fireball. Here we go. Okay.
I guess they need to make some DC saves of 18. Does one guy not you just hit automatically hit since he's paralyzed?
Yeah, he's paralyzed, so he's going to take full damage.
I'll try this one.
Jeez. They all go. They all failed. So you blast them away, and folks are no longer paralyzed. Fix those. So Gear and Wilhelm are still fighting in the back, and you can't see it where you are. You just hear these just huge clashes. You hear like masonry breaking when they hit the floor underneath them. It just sounds like this horrible battle is happening.
I guess we should go join them.
Brick, make a perception check. You don't see it until some kind of like veil or invisibility drops, and you can see that there are 3 more figures up on the wall that you hadn't been able to see before. And you're close enough that you can see these are elves. The one in the center has sort of a gray-purple cast to his skin, silver hair that streaks back. He's wearing this wicked-looking black robe. To either side of him, out past the towers where the crossbowmen were, these elves are paper chalk white. And actually, you can see where there's all kinds of crazy, like, alchemical equipment and magic runes and things. And it's running like... The alchemical equipment runs, like, in and out of their bodies. You all recognize these guys. Not them specifically, but you have fought folks like this before. They look like the elves you fought under the Pandoran Mountains almost 2 years ago. when you found that the first seal that you discovered broken. These were the guards that were brought against you looked like this before they shattered those psycho masks. And these guys don't have masks, but they look warped and twisted and powerful. And the guy in the center laughs, and he reaches into a pouch and pulls out these glittering black shards. And he smiles at you and then turns around and throws them behind him. And they fly through the air, seemingly propelled by magic. And you see more of those thick gray columns of shadow spring up behind him.
Well, time to scale the wall.
There's now a... It almost looks like a wall of fire if the fire was like black and gray. And it extends clear up into the cloud above. And it looks like it's made of the same material. Oh, and I hate to do it, but we've got to stop there.
Great.
So our finale for this arc is going to have a part 3. And you all are going to have to see what happens. I, personally, have to go fire up our snowplow, our little snow chewer thing, and clear a path so my wife can go to work.
Well,
Go
fun.
for it.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll try and schedule that soon.
Yep.
Did for like 5 hours yesterday.
What?
Shovel snow.
Yeah. I'm going to go, even though I paid money to have someone else do it, I'm going to go do it myself.
You don't think it stops snowing?
My dad was just complaining about that too. He had tractored a lot of snow off the driveway, and now it's all covered again.
I'm going to go ahead and drop us off the stream. So, folks, I hope you'll come back and join us. I'll try and post a little earlier when some advance notice before we finish this, but thanks for joining us.